look out for, and Cameron Leslie. Making up a front row, we're in the starters' hands when the lights go out. We are underway with the first National Championship race of 2022-23, and Paul Buchanan gets a lovely start and just drifts over to the left-hand side to cover the line. And this man, packed full of racing experience over the last 12 months of racing, certainly going to put on a bit of a show here, Spider.
Yeah, well, he's got an advantage there. He's a very talented rider. He's also spent Europe all the winter, all of the season in Europe, racing 2 different classes over there, and just absolutely on fire. But I'll tell you what, Jesse Stroud, he's about just over 1 second slow, but look at, he's right on the tail there on the Helicraft racing machine, and goes in the hairpin there and goes into the lead. Now this boy hasn't got a fairing on there. He's a bit lighter in the sort of department, but and you can see there's where the advantage of the fairing goes. They should be relatively identical motorcycles there in terms of R3 engines, but there's no fairing on that second bike. But Jesse Stroud, man, there's a scalp to be chasing. Cormac Buchanan, the Invercargill lad, supported by the Burt Munro Challenge. Who else is he supported by? He's number 28, so he's got a list there. Mate, there's about 15 or 16 different sponsors there, and they all love Cormac Buchanan. But Jesse Stroud keeping them on. Still, we've got a change of position coming up for 3rd place there. And in fact, that 4th place gets right on the tail of 3rd place, but that 3rd place just takes off a little bit. Seems to have a quicker line around that big sweeper there. That might be Tyler King there. 29 starters, but there's one of the Wet and Forget bikes. In fact, that's now up into 3rd place. The Wet and Forget bikes. Look at Jesse Stroud trying up on the inside. By part of the Helicraft team. Unfortunately, Tom Brown from Australia blew up the MV yesterday in the 600 Supersport class, and they elected not to race this weekend. So it's good to see the Helicraft racing get a result. But I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it. Cormac Buchanan flicks his foot out. Look at the corner speed of these bikes going around here, Brad Ritchie. It's incredible. Dennis Charlotte, how many times New Zealand champion? 2, 4, 6 place there. He's having a ball there on the bright orange Mega Motorcycles machine. What an amazing race already there, Brad Ritchie, sorry.
Oh yeah, this is all on here down that centre straight, and there's definitely a 2-horse race emerging. These guys are flying. You can see how aggressive Jesse Stroud is, just trying to hang on the back of Cormac Buchanan. It's only an 8-lapper, so blink and you're going to miss this one. But at the moment, Cormac and Jesse have taken off in the distance. We've got a mixture of KTMs and R3s in behind them. Also look out for Caleb Gilmore. He's sitting in about 8th place at the moment, and he is on the Ninja 400 too. So the first Supersport 300 race where we've allowed the Ninja 400 entered. So interesting. A lot of people done a lot of hard work over the summer, over this last season, to get the parity just right with those machines. And awesome that we now have another bike manufacturer involved in 300 racing. So crossing the line, Cormac Buchanan and Jesse Stroud, they are absolutely flying, and have got a 2.6-second lead ahead of Hamish Simpson, who's now into 3rd place. So good work from Hamish Simpson. He had the great start, but climbing through the pack. Cameron Leslie, Regan Bray there, rounding out our top 6. So Supersport 300 racing, it's exciting and it's fast, and these two at the front showing us how it's going to spot it.
Yeah, I'm looking at a bit of a mystery man out there, number 20, Shane Miller, back on a bike. Shane is a Dixon Cup graduate, I guess. Look at Jesse Stroud just gobbles up that inside line on the hairpin there and takes Cormac Buchanan there. Cormac's having trouble fighting back. He's closing, and that's the slipstreaming coming into play. But anyway, back to the local lad, Jason Miller, out there, and I think Jason might be even in 5th or 6th place. Where is he? Cormac Buchanan, Jesse Stroud, Hamish Simpson, Cameron Leslie, Regan Bray, Tyler King, Dennis Charlotte, Caleb Gilmore. I saw him on the screen earlier on, so we'll have to try and zoom in and get that number 20 bike there. Great to see him on the Lucas Oil machine, but where's those 2 lead bikes? They go round that big sweeper there, and it is indeed, yep, you can see Jesse Stroud, the more black colour there because there's no fairing in there. In 2nd place, he lines up Cormac Buchanan, weaving all over the track. There's probably about 0.1 of a second in it between 1st and 2nd place as they go across the stripe. And yeah, we've got a revolving screen thing here. 0.126 of a second. Cormac Buchanan, Jesse Stroud, Hamish Simpson on the automotive component refinishing Franklin machine as well. That's an SS Supersport 300 bike. Hamish Simpson is 514, he's number normally. No, lost that clock. What a massive battle out the front, but we've got a whole lot of battles further down in the field. Dennis Charlotte having a bit of a lonely ride there in 6th place, but he's got someone to reel in. There's someone sitting on his tail as well. All sorts of machinery. KTM 390 singles, the Yamahas I think are 325 twin cylinders, the Kawasaki 400 on there, trying to get him to bring that into parity as well, and they're out there. So yeah, good to see all those brands represented, Brad Ritchie.
Oh, this is exciting, and the battle out in the front is absolutely electric. Cormac Buchanan and Jesse Stroud have swapped the lead about 4 times already on this lap, and we're only down the back straight now. So having a look at that one there, they've bolted. They are well clear of third place, which is still Hamish Simpson, but Hamish lapping those 119s is a lot quicker than the guys in behind him. So this is good stuff from Hamish. We've got Cameron Leslie, 4th place, Regan Blay ahead of Dennis Charlotte. That's 5th and 6th, Tyler King ahead of Caleb Gilmore, and then you've got a big gaggle of them coming through, Richard Ford, Luke Martin and Samuel Guthrie. Well done to Sam, first season on the 300, so shout out to him coming up from the South Island to join us for the Suzuki International Series. Another change for the lead, and Jesse Stroud dives up the inside, and this is exciting stuff. Can't take my eyes off that. We've got plenty of action here. 29 entries in Supersport 300 racing, and this is, of course, the first race of the Supersport 300 National Championship. They'll go 5 rounds. They go here, and then we go to the 2 in the South Island and finish off with Hampton Downs Motor Fest, and also the final round at Total International Motorsport Park. So 5-round series now for Supersport 300, and race number 1. You couldn't have asked for much more than this. The Mag Attack back from his onslaught in the European season. It's so cool to watch the progress of this talented young man, and now a former multi-time national champion in a couple of different categories. We've got Jesse Stroud, part of that legendary Stroud family, and these two putting on an absolute show down the back straight now at the moment is inseparable. And still got a massive 3 and a bit laps to go, Spider, so anything's possible. It's certainly going to be one of these two, you'd have to think, for the glory.
I'm pretty impressed with the lappers there. We've got one coming up shortly, but by and by, I think most of these front guys will not actually... Oh, they come together on the front straight. Cormac cut in there just at the same time as Jesse went out there. That was a big moment. They're weaving all over the place, trying to break that slipstream. There's up on the inside, Jesse Stroud. Yeah, we've got one. Here we go, the slow motion replay on Ctas Live. Bang, bang, bang. It was just racing incident. Ctas, you are bloody legends.
That is good contact, yeah. Come away unscathed. They didn't even button off at all, so these two through the S's now, and no love lost here. Absolutely flying, brilliant to see. And watch this, he's really good in this infield, tight little part of the track. Jesse Stroud's going to dive up the inside again, take the line away. There's a lapper to contend with, but here we go. One goes right, the other will go left. We're going to sandwich the lapper and drag race down the centre straight. That's going to be advantage Cormac Buchanan, but look out for Jesse Stroud. He breaks hard into Higgins as well. Let's see what happens when we come out of here. Oh, this is absolutely, you can throw a handkerchief over them as they nearly touch again, and Higgins, and now it's Jesse. That slight advantage coming out of Higgins and down the back straight. I'd say there's going to be another 25 lead changes before this one's over, and we've got 2.5 laps to go, Spider.
Yeah, big shout out. I've no doubt there's a few of the Stroud family all scattered around the countryside, but mostly on the Waikato, glued to the Ctas Live screen at the moment, watching it all going on. Andrew Stroud, his father, there's something like 9 times New Zealand champion. Or was it 10? Yeah, 10 kids, 9 times New Zealand champion. Look at them, half a bike length in it down the front straight. It's a 0.076 of a second between first and second. Third place, a bit of a lonely ride. Then we've got 2-4 bikes all bloody having a good beat up. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that word, but I've been told what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not. But we'll just move on from that one there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, shout out to Hamish Simpson, just like the fastest lap of the race. So as good as these guys are out in front, it's actually Hamish Simpson that's quicker than anyone else on this racetrack with a 1:18.2 on a very much drying Manfeild circuit for his aim on here. So our race lead is into the left-hand hairpin, which is affectionately known as turn number 4 here at Manfeild. Down that centre straight, Jesse Stroud has about a 6 bike length advantage. It's the biggest advantage he's had in a few laps. So can he hang on and break hard into Higgins? He's really good into this next right-hander. Turn number 6, the iconic Higgins right-hander, and Jesse Stroud will lead around there. There's a few more lap riders to contend with. The white flag ready and waiting. So a lap and a quarter to go, and it's absolutely anyone's. I think Cormac's got a good drive out of Higgins. He's going to pull up alongside him into that turn 7, sweeping right hand to the National Driver Training Centre, turn 7. And absolutely anyone. So white flag ready and waiting. We're going to have 1 lap to go when they cross the line. I don't know where it looks, Spider. This is going to be one hell of a lap to bring us home.
Yeah, and we're running around the 139 Ks average, 139.625. In fact, we're now touched into the 140 best speed average lap time around here. That's licence losing material. That is Cormac Buchanan has taken the fastest lap. You guys should be slowing each other down, but a massive battle there. I think they're going to come across somebody, that back marker there in the hairpin. So Jesse Stroud on the inside on turn number 3, the right angled 90-degree corner, left-hand corner, sorry. Getting confused here. Into the hairpin, and Stroud, advantage Stroud. He's always quick around this one. And Cormac Buchanan just gets a little more drive, maybe going to bike length coming out of that hairpin down that centre straight. There is a lapper there. They'll probably go one each side. In fact, it looks like that might be a problem right up into the braking. They just get past that lapper. The lapper did everything right. That's the good thing about it. It is indeed Cormac Buchanan with Jesse Stroud in the back. The speed of this R3 compared with the MT03 is just that little bit more down this back straight. They're about 2/3 way down, but they seem to match. But there's about 8 bike lengths in it. Who's going to be to the line there, Brad Ritchie?
Oh, this is anyone's here. This is really the strength of Jesse Stroud, that sweeping mid-speed right-hander, but I think you'll find Cormac's done enough. He gets out of turn 7, keeps it nice and tight. He uses all the track he can. He's going to get it straightened up, and it's going to be checkered flag. But the national champ's going to take first blood. Cormac Buchanan's going to win. Jesse Stroud comes home in second place, but my word, that is one for the ages. We go to the run for the podium, and Hamish Simpson's going to round off a great performance for third place, so well done to Hamish. Cameron Leslie's going to get home in fourth place, ahead of Regan Bray and Dennis Charlotte, and then looking back to yet to cross the line, but in seventh place will be Caleb Gilmore ahead of Tyler King. What a 8-lapper that was, and we'll catch up with these two. I'm going to love to catch up because that was some real moments there, Spider Staples.
And thank you to Gilmore Homes and Wanganui for supporting this class as well. We can't do it without the sponsors. So the Supersport 300, the first race of the New Zealand Superbike Championships. Of course, yeah, we're going to say it again. Last weekend called off due to track deterioration. So some of these classes in New Zealand Superbike Championships, some are combined with some are Suzuki International Series and New Zealand Superbike Championships, some are just Suzuki Series things. So we double class it there. So this weekend we're here, the cemetery circuit that counts for Suzuki Series points, but there's no national points available with that. And then we go to Christchurch Ruapuna Park in early January, the first full weekend of January, and then down to Teretonga Park and Invercargill the weekend after. And early March we go up to Hampton Downs for the Motorfest, and the weekend after the final with Taupo. And that is that. So Cormac Buchanan, Jesse Stroud, Hamish Simpson, Cameron Leslie. So Cameron Leslie, I think he's one of the 6 motorsport wet and forget riders there on the 51 machine. That is your top 4 as the screen changes. That's what happens. We're not blaming our gear. We just got to refresh and look at the other people there. Leva Goddard down there. She was in the last place, but she finished in 29th, but she still finished with a smile on her face. So back to Cameron Leslie. We've got Regan Bray, Dennis Charlotte, Caleb Gilmore, Tyler King, Richard Ford, Scott Hawkes, Samuel Guthrie. That is about the top 12. These kids know where to go. A few ladies out there, Georgia Elvin, I noticed she got, I think she got third at Hampton Downs the other day in this class. But it was wet, so she still finished, and you still got a good third place. She's another graduate from the Helicraft Racing, aircraft engineer, and lovely person. There's Rod Price, mate, the man who's in charge of the Helicraft team. Rod is just a legend, an MNZ board member, been racing since the 70s, and now I don't know how much money and time he throws at the sport to. He's just always enthusiastic, and got in Radar, one of the mechanics, Dave Cullen from Australia, one of the world's leading technicians on motorcycles. Not these guys lack technician ability. Phil Purdy's on the team. We've got Tom Bramage, the rider. He's no doubt putting a bit of look out on the track and see if he can give Jesse some tips, but he'll be just gobsmacked about how tight this racing is over here in New Zealand. We're going to go over to you, Brad Ritchie.
All right, absolutely brilliant. What a race that was. Our Gilmore Developments Supersport 300. And we'll start it off here. What a performance. So you had the fastest lap there for most of the race until Cormac and Jesse put a nice fast one in the last one, but got to be happy with the pace.
Yeah, no, I can't complain with that. I feel like that was a good effort from back in 12th, especially after, in the past couple of meetings that we've had mechanical failures and just rider errors, and it's really nice.
Yeah, so these guys went out and got a pretty good lead early, but you reckon with a better start you might be able to hang on to them next time?
Probably not. It's a fluke.
All right, well done, third place, Hamish. We'll go to second place. Well done, Helicraft Racing, Jesse Stroud and Jess. Man, what a race that was. You must be loving that.
Yeah, mate, I'm definitely tired, that's for sure. But me and Cormac said it was a great race. A little bit of contact, but man, it was such a fun race.
Yeah, talk to us about how dicey that was on the front straight, because that looked like pretty good contact from up in the commentary box.
Yeah, we did it just there when Cormac came past me, and I was like, oh yeah, but it was good, and did it again at turn 1, but it's racing, and it was so much fun. So.
Awesome, mate. Well, well done, mate, and we'll no doubt see you up here over the weekend. Well done.
Just about
it's a great pleasure to introduce this man here. What a year you've had, really, and to come back first race in New Zealand conditions and put on a show like that, you must be loving it.
Yeah, no, it was a great race, honestly. You know, every time Jesse come up the brakes, it was a really good battle. You know, we're making a lot of contact and stuff, but, you know, putting on a good show for the crowd and stuff. But, yeah, no, I really enjoyed that race. I was grinning in my helmet the whole time, so, you know, 12 laps tomorrow, it's going to be good.
All right, so happy with how everything's going in New Zealand. You've got a 600 now as well, so everything going smoothly so far?
Yeah, no, it's been a, you know, great start to the season here in New Zealand. Obviously, Taupo getting cancelled wasn't ideal, but, you know, back here at Manfeild, we don't get to come here very often, so, you know, to come back, win on the 300 and, you know, doing good on the 600 as well, so, you know, it's a great pleasure to be home and, you know, see all the home fans and stuff and race against Jesse, so, you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
And your Altherm Blue Crew R3 going all right?
You know, it was a really, really good race. Obviously, the bike was working really well. A few things we need to tweak, but, you know, I'm happy with the bike. The conditions weren't very ideal, and, yeah, but, you know, tomorrow will be better.
Awesome, well done, matey. Soak that up, and we'll see you on the podium over the weekend. Thank you very much. Back over to you, Spider.
Well.